except for the uncle. The answer is, in fact, the baby's father. So, Alan, the circumcision is your responsibility. You should be paying attention here. I haven't been paid, so why don't you take over?
Sorry.
With the circumcision.
Oh, no.
As you can imagine,
I leave that to the professionals.
As you can imagine, most fathers would be a bit uncomfortable, and Alan is obviously and wisely no exception to this rule. The rabbis understood this to be a problem several thousands of years ago, so they appointed a local member of the Jewish community to perform the ceremony of the bris milah and circumcision in the father's stead. And this individual would be called the moel or mochel, and that, of course, is what I am here today. Now, in the past, the moel could have been anyone, but was most commonly the rabbi, simply because the rabbi was trained in the ceremony of the bris milah and in the surgical technique of circumcision. And this was generally passed down father to son, generation to generation in Europe and in Israel. As we all should know by now, I myself am not a rabbi nor the family rabbi, but I am a medical doctor and a certified moel. And I perform the ceremony of the bris milah because I love the ceremony and the special meaning this has to our faith and to our people. And I especially enjoy the honor performing the service for any family, certainly for the family I have here today. I'm often asked, why would it be an honor to be the moel in the Jewish community? What's the big deal? It's just a bris. But the answer that I give is that I'm a stranger in this household. I'm a stranger amongst you. For the grandparents and parents, the first time you meet me is when you hand to me the most special thing in the world, your grandson, your child, your firstborn, to the hands of a stranger. So for me, that's a great honor when the family chooses my services. So I always like to pause for a moment and thank the baby's grandma and grandpa, and of course, mom and dad. Thank you. Now, traditionally in our bris, we honor several very important and beloved members of our household and families having a role. But once again, the first honor, the first role is myself as the moel, because as the moel, I act as a representative of the baby's father, your husband, Alan. It's a great honor and responsibility. So, Alan, thank you very much. Look over here. Got it? Thank you. But we do honor other special people. As we begin our service, I was very pleased to introduce the candlelighters and phonemakers, the baby's proud, Nanny Marge, and of course Carrie, and of course Uncle Lauren and cousin Josh. Mazel tov again. Mazel tov. We have others to honor. At this time, I'd like to honor cousin Susan, who's not here with us, and Jocelyn Flores Jimenez, who's not here with us. Standing in for them will be Grandma. Nanny, come around here. Okay, take the baby in your arms. Take this out of his mouth. Thank you so much. Oh, see, no, actually keep it in. I said, no boops when I was in the room. Okay. Here you go. How's this? Let's go one more time. Apparently he really likes it.
He takes after his father.
Baby in your arms. Okay, so I'm going to ask if Nanny Marge will stand in for cousin Susan and Jocelyn. And I need Jonathan. There's Jonathan.
Okay.
I got it.
Jonathan, the
Right in the
actions.
center.
You want let me stand behind you?
Okay, but I need you. Okay, great, thanks. Okay, hang in there. Okay, and Mike, stand over here. Show him off a little bit.
He does, he loves it.
Something good
He
to
loves it, don't he?
Carry.
All right.
Always looking
We were
around.
worried about breast.
All right, so
Put
let's
some
ask the baby
wine.
to Jonathan.
Sorry.
Now, John Strauss, along with Mike Empty, are both honoring us today by being named, along with cousin Susan and Jocelyn, by being named our Kvatra and Kvatrin, which is a great traditional honor to Bris. Mazel tov to both of you. Hang on. Mazel tov. Have you done a baby before?
He's practicing. He's got
Kiss the boy. How's it? Kiss him.
Yeah.
Kiss him. Don't. You gotta give him a chance.
No,
Take a picture.
but he'll be good.
There you go. There you go. Okay. They are honoring us today by being named their Kvatra and Kvatrin, which is a great traditional honor to Bris. Mazel tov to them. Mazel tov.
Now he looks strong with the thing on the side.
And a tradition. Mike, you're good. You are good. Right, you're right. Oh, that's
Kiss the
beautiful.
baby. And I didn't get to
Kvatra
kiss
and
the
Kvatrin
baby
has a
either.
very good traditional honor, the traditional Bris. This would be a male-dominated ceremony. No ladies allowed in this room. Don't shoot the messenger, ladies. Don't shoot the messenger. Traditional bris, you would have to be a way of bringing the baby from mommy in the room where the ladies are gathered, or across a wall where Kurt is mechitza, into the section where the men are preparing for the ceremony. Those people who carry the baby, who pass the baby into the room, are referred to as the kvatrin kvatrin, and that's a great traditional honor of a bris. So again, congratulations. The second honor or responsibility as kvatrin and kvatrin is in fact to pay for Ezra's medical school and law school.
Surprise, surprise!
Today, I'm going to bring the baby up and pass the baby to Grandpa. Today it's an honor, a mitzvah to carry, hold, and kiss the baby, so that's why all three of you get a chance, all four of you actually get a chance to honor us by participating. And again, congratulations. Last but certainly not least, I'm very pleased to introduce the baby's proud grandfather, Papi Ron, who's honoring us today by being named a Zamdek, the highest honor of Bris. Mazel tov, mazel tov. Zamdek, which means honor or special person, has a very important role, and that is to sit and hold your grandson on your lap on the chair of Elijah, which is what you are doing. You're seated in the special chair, in Hebrew referred to as Kisei Shel Eliyahu, the chair of Elijah. Elijah, of course, the prophet of good luck and good fortune, president of Bris of every newborn Jewish boy, as he's here with us today, and during other wonderful and joyous events in Jewish life. Elijah, the prophet who prophesies the coming of the Jewish Messiah, and every newborn Jewish boy and girl could potentially be that Messiah, including a little drunken bundle of joy. Shikker himself, Mr. Ezra Shikker. So at this time I'm going to pause for a moment and allow Daddy to share some thoughts, wishes, and thank yous. Dad?
Before I read this, first I want to wish all the mothers in the room and that are here a happy Mother's Day. Thank you for joining us on this day, your day, but also his day today for his bris. I want to thank my parents for opening their house, for allowing us to have this wonderful ceremony here. I want to thank my brother for coming in all the way from Virginia to be here for the baby's bris. My parents, Avril, all my friends and our family, friends, just for being here in general. I want to thank my wife, because it's not possible to have a baby without the wife. So, thank you for carrying the baby for 9 months. You did a wonderful job. He's beautiful. And Cantor, thank you for taking time out of your Sunday for joining us today. And Dr. Kogan as well, thank you for being here and being here to perform the ceremony for us as well. So I found this poem online. I thought it was appropriate, talking about babies' dreams. It's called What Do Babies Dream? What do babies dream? When they are fast asleep, when eyelids are aflutter, and a smile rounds their cheeks. Do they close their hands round secrets known before their birth? Before the angels touched their lips and left them things to learn, do they see their mother's faces, feel their parents' touch, sense a world of wonder as they wiggle, stretch, and wake up? What thoughts do mothers nurture when their babies are asleep? Courage to lead, strength to make this earthly realm a holy place. I think the last thing, just to kind of give you guys a little bit of, we'll probably talk about this. I don't know if I'm going up, but Ezra, in Jewish tradition, which you probably will talk about, but in general, it's traditional to name a child after deceased family members. So, as you can see on the table, both my papa, my dad's dad, who died
12 years.
15. Give me a second. Who died soon after I graduated from high school. Wonderful man. And I remember going back to Houston, visiting him, and my mom doesn't believe this, but we went and sat on his bed and watched wrestling. To this day, I still watch wrestling, because it's my way of remembering, and now I have that much more as I have my son. So Ezra is for Edwin. And Carrie's dad, a wonderful man, unfortunately passed away before we got married, right after I graduated from college, which I was happy that he was able to join us for that wonderful occasion. But we wanted to honor him as well, and that's why we chose the name Kean. Symbolization more than just the name is where they come from. Papa Ezra is a Hebrew name or an Israeli name, so we chose that for him because it honors his name using the E, but also the Jewish tradition, as well as my papa was a Holocaust survivor. So I hope that I can do well enough to teach my son all the things that happened during that time that he'll never forget as well. And Kenneth, with his family history of Irish and Gaelic, we decided that Kean would be a great name there because Kean is a Gaelic name, so it gives that sense as well with the bond of the other side of his family. So that's where the name comes from. You guys will also see some of that on the little sideshow that's on the TV in the back as we have going on around trips and whatever. So again, thank you everybody for being here. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Mom and Dad, thank you so much for opening your home. And hon? Thank you.
With that, I'm going to ask everyone gathered to please join me by reciting the following 2 words of traditional greeting for your beautiful grandson, beautiful boy, Ezra. If you could please repeat after me, Baruch haba. Baruch haba. May he who comes be blessed b'Shemei Adonai. Amar HaKadosh Baruch Hu Avraham Avinu Hitalech Lefanayim Tamim Hineni Muchanim Uzuman L'Kayem Mitzvat Shetzivanu Habarei Barach L'Mol. The rite of circumcision has been enjoined upon us as a sign of our covenant with God. As it is written in God said to Abraham, you shall keep my covenant. He who is 8 days old shall be circumcised. Every male throughout your generations. We recall the prophetic promise that one day the sign of our covenant with God will be imprinted upon our hearts and the hearts of our children, as well as upon our flesh, so that we may rise to the selfless love of God and therein find life. May we, like our father Abraham, obey the commandment of God, walk before me, and reach for perfection.
Joyfully do present our son for the covenant of circumcision. Lord, you established our testimony in Jacob, set a teaching in Israel, commanding our ancestors to make them known to their children, that the generations to come, children yet unborn, might know them. You are forever mindful of your covenant, the word you commanded for thousands of generations, the covenant you made with Abraham, the sworn promise to Isaac, and the commitment you made to Jacob, the everlasting covenant with Israel. O God, give thanks to the Lord,
who is good, whose love is everlasting.
Hallel Adonai ki tov ki le'olam hasto. Alan, that was all English. Just play it. Give her a kiss. How do you feel comfortable?
we're both, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go your step to my left. Are you helping hold the baby there, Tom? Yeah. Just stand right over here.
Okay, on that side?
Just, yeah, right over.
Okay. You don't want to talk.